Hello guys, welcome back to another day. Today's Tuesday and is the webinar day. All right, first things first, do go and register for the webinar tonight. It's going to be, well, this afternoon, not tonight. Usually used to be at 6 to 7, now is 5 to 6. Okay, so repeating, it's 5 to 6 today on Sydney time. So make sure right now is 3 o'clock in Sydney. So in 2 hours, I'm gonna be seeing you. All right. Now, what I want to discuss in this video today is quite simple. I have here some of the economic events, economic data that will be going out today. And of course, most important one is the PPI from USA, but we can't forget that we will have the German CPI in 1 hour at 4 p.m. Month over month. Now, I've wrote a blog today, so if you haven't yet read that blog, it's pretty easy. Just go to the ACY website, go into education and then market analysis, and then you can be probably the first one. It will be write it down as German CPI and why did the US dollar continue to go down after the NFP. So you have a read on that and then come back to this video and then you will more understand even more what I have to say to you. Now, it's pretty interesting, okay, because today we're going to have the CPI for German and the PPI for USA. So basically, two measures that measure the inflation, all right? But in the end, they are different. So the CPI measures the inflation for the consumer, all right? And the PPI measures the inflation for the producer. So the producer price index is similar to the consumer price index. Both of them are a price index, but just for different parties, for the consumer and for the producer. So if the inflation, which one comes first? All right, so that's a silly question, but which one comes first? Do the consumer come first or do the producer come first? Well, if we think about it into the economics schools, most of them say that the demand comes first, all right, and then after the supply. So the demand on this case would be the consumer, but for the consumer for the producer to produce the materials, to produce the goods, to deliver the services for the consumer, they need money. So what they usually do is the producer comes first and then goes for the consumer. Okay, another thing here, most of the people think that the economy is only in there's only two extremes, the supply and the demand. This is wrong. Okay, it's not only the supply and not only on the demand side. We have four sides of the economy. There, of course, both of them, two of them are the supply and the demand. And then we have the interest, that means being interested on something. And we have the consumption. Okay, so the consumption and the interest work together, and the supply and the demand work together. So all right, so this comes from the traditional plus the modern, combined together, give us the economy that we are mostly likely running at those days. So tonight we will be discussing about that, all right, and as well I will be giving out the best of my trades, what I think, in my opinion, that is the good opportunity for this week, all right. When we have the webinar, the German CPI will be out already, so it will be good for us to analyze sort of what I'm expecting for the PPI. Now, let's just have a look here. What else we got? So we got the unemployment rate for UK for March. Consensus is 4.3% and the previous is 4.2. So a tick higher on what from the previous. Okay, this is not good because unemployment, meaning people not working. Sorry, people got fired, people got redundant, people got unemployed. And then we're going to have the German CPI, month over month. The consensus is 0.5 from the previous of 0.4. And the year over year expected no changes from the previous, that was 2.2%. And then we're going to have Spanish CPI as well, previous 3.2 and the consensus 3.3. And then we're going to have the PPI at 10:30 p.m. on Sydney time, expected to come a little bit higher. Now, if this comes higher, then there are a big chance of the US dollar being stronger. But let's have a look at the US dollar index chart, okay? You can have a look on that and see that we've picked on the 1st of May, if I'm not wrong. Let me have a look here on my chart so I don't give you a wrong information. But if we look at the DXY or the US dollar index, whatever you prefer to say, we had a peak on the, let me check, yeah, that was 1st of May on 106,500, all right, 106,500, pretty much it. That was 493. Interesting is that after the NFP came out, because that was the first initiation for this move to happen, the GDP from Europe starts to be better than the GDP from US. So we are seeing more growth from the Europe area than from the US area. And you can see on this image here that Europe is ahead of USA, only losing for another country. Now, this is one of the primary reasons why the euro dollar is starting to go higher and higher. Some of the institutions have been longing euro dollar, okay? So do I. But today we're going to be discussing about that. So again, register for tonight, this afternoon, 5 to 6 p.m. and give us a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel. If you have anything, any questions, you can either ask me here on the comments and I will definitely answer it for you, or you can come tonight and ask personally, live for me. All right, guys, so this is all from me today. I hope everyone is having a good week so far and a rest of a very good week as well. I see you in the next video and I see you tonight. Bye-bye.